listening to Ezekiel Radio. Thank you for listening. You can partner with us today. www.ezekielradio.co.za.
Welcome. Good evening, listeners. Thank you for joining us this evening. And this is Ezekiel Radio. You are tuned into the Power Hour show. And we are going to have a good time with our guest today. Today we have a wonderful guest, Ray Williams. She is going to be with us for the next hour. And stay tuned.
.co.za.
Well, we're about to start a series that's about to be awesome. I think this is one of those things that God wanted to happen in this timing.
Sweet Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings. Sweet Jesus, you're my melody and harmony. Sweet Jesus,
Welcome back. And this is Power Hour. And you are with Dominic. I have our guest for the day. Our guest is Ray Williams, who is a giver, and she is going to be sharing with us today about her life, about what she is doing in the community. As you all know, that Ezekiel Radio is here to empower communities and ministries and businesses. So we have one of our guests, our special guest, Ray Williams. Ray Williams, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Dominique. And
Welcome to Ezekiel Radio.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on it.
We are very blessed to have you today. And you have a lot in your hands. You have a lot on your shoulders. So I just want to ask you to talk to the listeners and tell us about yourself.
Okay.
Who is Ray Williams?
Ray is a God-fearing woman, first and foremost.
Yes.
I put God above all. I am a single mother of two beautiful children.
Wonderful.
I've been a mother and father to my children for over 12 years now.
Wow.
And besides that, I am also a writer, poet, artist, motivational speaker, and a model.
You are a model. Wow.
Yes, I am.
Wow. So if I may ask you about modeling, how is it working out for you?
It's an interesting job. You know, I enjoy what I do. I also go to churches. I've worked with Upper Room Christian Center in Bella Vista, where I coach and train girls of the youth to be modelers, to be doing modeling and TV work. I have partnered with my sister, Lucinda Peterson,
Yes.
to do that project. And Lucinda is a former Mrs. Africa 2018 and Mrs. Africa Glow 2018.
Wow.
My sister's also a model, and she partnered with me on this specific project where we target churches. We're trying to make churches aware that it's okay for young girls to dress, sexy.
Yes.
And it's okay for them to be confident in the way they dress, because girls are always being scorned upon for the way they dress.
Okay.
And I just want to make churches aware that as long as the girls have self-respect, they know their worth, they know that they are princesses of the Most High. That's all that matters. And that is where I come in to train and coach these girls to do, and I host competitions. I actually host modeling shows where the winners all will get contracts at my agent where I'm currently at. So for the listeners out there who would like to do TV or modeling work, they're more than welcome to email me. You can give them my email address after the show.
Yeah.
And I'll put them in touch with my agent.
So tell me, why did you leave the corporate world to do what you're doing currently?
I was pushed into my dream, actually. I was in the corporate world for well over 13 years. I had a job as a buyer, a technical buyer in engineering. And it was a male-dominated industry. I wasn't fulfilled. And it happened at the time in my life where I lost my house and my car. I was put through the test. I lost my house and my car. I couldn't get to work anymore. I couldn't do my job anymore. I became depressed.
Yes.
I didn't know what else to do. So I resigned and I pursued my passion as an artist. I teach my children, don't chase money, which I did, because you will not be fulfilled. I teach them to chase their passion and the money will follow.
Money will follow. Yes.
So your passion and the money shall follow.
That's good advice. I'm sure that the listeners who looking for advice, this is one of the advices that someone should hear.
Yes.
So we're going to take a break and we will be right back to hear more from Ray Williams. Ray Williams is with us tonight. And she's blessing us with a lot of information. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dominic.
You are listening to Ezekiel Radio. You are listening to Ezekiel Radio.
harmony. Sweet Jesus, you're the eyes that I see through. Sweet Jesus, yes, I'll dance into your tune. For as the deer pants for water, so my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes, my heart beats for you. For as the deer pants for water, so my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes, my heart beats for you. Something more than gold, I've got something more than gold. Something more than gold, I've got
Something more than gold. That is Judy K. What a wonderful song. What a wonderful song. Welcome back to Ezekiel Radio. And you are with Dominic. This is the Power Hour. Tonight, we have our wonderful guest, Ray Williams. And she is a giver. She's a model. She's a writer. And yeah, she's a lot. Sister Ray,
Yes,
are you there?
I'm here.
Wow, I'm so blessed to have you, and we are blessed in the studio. I have Brother Zamo and I've got Sister Desiree. And yeah,
Wow.
it's just amazing, hearing that you went through a lot in life and you lost everything, but you still managed to get back up, right?
Through God's grace, I did.
It was all God's grace, yes. And I mean, did you find God after you lost everything, or you were already in God even through what you went through?
I grew up in a strict Christian home, so I've always known God. I always knew where I stood with God.
Yes.
But I found that when I hit rock bottom, I found that God was the rock at the bottom.
Wow.
And He, I live from hand to mouth because the work I do for free. I do it as unto the Lord. I do not charge for my services.
So, how have you managed to, so far you have been providing such kind of services where you have to lose. How have you managed to survive without charging for your services?
I must be honest with you, Dominique. God sent a man into my life. He was a very good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He became my partner. We were about to have a baby. I lost his baby.
Wow.
God sent this man into my life at the right time. And he has sponsored me all these years to be able to do the work I do by keeping a roof over my head.
Yes.
But other than that, my other provision comes from God. How I feed my children, how I clothe them, how I get around, it's only God's grace.
But then, someone is listening and they're asking themselves, what does Ray Williams do exactly? Exactly what do you do?
I'm basically, my work is based in Eldorado Park. It's a community where I grew up. And, when people hear Eldorado Park, they think crime, they think drugs,
yes.
they think bad. So I go into that community with an open heart, giving of myself. Because if I feel the more I give of myself, the more I heal in my own personal life.
Yes.
So what I do in Eldorado Park, I go to high schools.
Yes.
And Christians or drug shelters, or I get invited to speak at events where I partner with other NGOs.
Yes.
And we address topics like alcohol and drug abuse, teenage pregnancy.
Yeah.
I always talk about suicide and depression because I find that topic is so ignored, especially among the youths of today. The rate of suicide and depression is high among our youth of today.
Yeah.
So I go into this community and I address these topics. And I have one-on-one with girls. And I've often had girls call me back saying they're tired with life. They want to end their life. They can't handle it anymore. And I try to guide them, with godly advice and to seek help. And I have turned many kids' lives around.
Yes.
They stop wanting to commit suicide. So
yeah, and if I may ask you, how long have you been doing this?
Since 2013.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
Yes. Okay. Wow. So now you say you are based in Joburg, El Dorado Park.
I live in Edenvale, but I travel all the way to El Dorado Park, or whichever community needs me to come and do a motivational talk. I'm more than willing to do that. Whoever needs me, I am always willing to help.
So what inspires you to do what you do?
I am inspired by looking at how people suffer in this world. Just the suffering of people inspire me to try and make a difference.
Yeah.
So, through my own personal experiences, being abused for 17 years by my ex-husband.
Oh, yeah.
Coming from a broken home. All that inspires me to give back. Give back to a community who raised me.
I think we need to have another show where you can share with us. I mean, we're having so many people that are getting divorced in this generation and the past I'm sure decade, and we've been seeing a lot of divorces even in the Christian communities, so I believe that you should come back to the studio to share more about your experiences and what led to how did you survive?
I find that many women stay in abusive relationships because of the comfort zone, for the kids' sake, because of finances. I lost everything because I divorced and I met my ex-husband. And I knew I would eventually have nothing. I knew it. But my happiness at that point and my self-worth meant more to me. I realized my self-worth after 17 years of abuse. I realized my self-worth, and I thought, I am a child of God. I do not need to put up with this. And God does find you a way. I've been to hell and back, but God did not leave me nor forsake me. I have a roof over my head. I have clothes on my back. I have food on my plate. What more can I ask for?
So now, what can you advise someone right now who's probably going through a divorce or maybe thinking about it, because obviously God does not love divorce. You know what I mean? God in the Bible says he hates divorce, but then, there are times whereby, there are situations or circumstances that can lead someone to get to that point, but what can you advise someone who is at that stage at this very moment?
All I can say is don't follow your mind, follow your heart, and God will not lead you astray. Your husband may lead you astray, but God shall never lead you astray.
God shall never leave you astray. Yes.
He shall see you through it. He will carry you through it. You will cry many nights. You feel like you made the wrong choice. But if you are in an abusive relationship, it may be too late tomorrow. Because women have been killed by the hands of a man that they loved.
Yeah, and then you said you are a writer, right?
Yes.
So is there a book that you have written, or is there a book that you're working on?
I have just, Corona has kept me busy, I must say. I have completed a novel and
Wow.
non-fiction books.
Wow. Isn't that a good thing? Most people we have people that have they see the period of the pandemic as a bad thing. Of course, it's not a good thing because we are losing many lives. But then, if you can have something good coming out of the time of lockdown and the pandemic, I think we need more of such experiences.
I didn't let Corona get to me. I just told myself, if I have to wear my mask, I'll wear my mask.
Yeah.
I'll just take my hand, but I'm not going to let Corona control my life. I kept busy by completing a novel and a book. And my book at the moment, I am looking for sponsors to help publish this book because
Yes.
my book is about my life,
Yeah.
the mistakes I've made. It's about spirituality.
Yes.
I there was the time when I was about to lose my house and my car. I sinned. I must admit, I sinned, and I visited a traditional healer. The traditional healer conned me out of over 120,000 rand.
My God. There is a lot that you've been through.
Yes, he made me speak to spirits, his ancestors. They are real. I spoke to spirits.
Yo.
They made money appear and reappear and disappear in front of my eyes.
Yo.
And
Yo.
this happened in a few years ago in 2010.
Yes.
And since 2010, God has laid it in my spirit to write about my experiences, to warn other people that these traditional healers will show you a bag of money and they will make you sweat to get that bag. And they will take your money and leave you homeless. Like I was left homeless after giving them my money instead of giving the bank my money.
Wow, you definitely need to come back to the show because I was not aware of such kind of dark activities. I do acknowledge and I know, and I also have experiences of my own, when it comes to the kingdom of darkness, but anyway, so you have a lot that you have experienced and you have seen that the kingdom of darkness actually is in action as we speak. Yeah, it's real. And you have by yourself, you have witnessed dark activities that are going on in this season.
Yes, God allowed me. After I've sinned, I realized God allowed me to go through that because He knows I have a big mouth. I'm going to shout about it and I'm going to expose them.
Wow.
And my book.
That is boldness. That is boldness. And we need more bold children of God. We need more bold Christians. Amen. Because honestly, we are losing a lot of believers because of what is happening, within the Christian society and communities, Of course, we have pastors and prophets that have made mistakes, right? Yeah, but then does that mean that because of the mistakes that are made by other pastors and prophets and apostles and so on, does that mean that someone should quit becoming a child of God?
No way.
Is that a good reason for someone to?
We fight on. We have to fight on with our faith.
Okay.
At the end of the day, faith is all we have left.
Wow. Okay, then we are going to take another short break. And we will be right back. That is Ray Williams.
Are you a church in Africa? Would you like to broadcast your church services on EZEKIEL Radio? Start advertising in your church events today for free. You can send us a WhatsApp. Call us now on +27 81 077 2386. Or email us at info@ezekielradio.co.za.
Where's darkness on the side of light? Evaporated are the gleams of light. You're the light that makes my face shine bright. As I look your face, I become the light. Where's darkness on the side of light? Evaporated are the gleams of light. You're the light that makes my face shine bright, so bright. And as I look your face, I become the light. Imole deo kuku parada. Imole deo kuku parada. Imole deo kuku parada. Imole deo kuku parada. And
Thank you for listening. You can partner with us today. www.ezekielradio.co.za.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You are tuned into Ezekiel Radio, and this is the Power Hour show. And thank you so much for tuning in wherever you might be tuning in from. You might be tuning in from South Africa. You might be tuning in from America, Europe, Botswana. We have listeners in all these countries. So, yeah, and it's a good thing. And if you didn't know, Ezekiel Radio is preparing to go on satellite. So we are looking for partners, ministries, pastors, businesses, nonprofit organizations, advertisers. So if you are interested in partnering with us, you can send us an email at info@ezekielradio.co.za. I'll repeat that, info@ezekielradio.co.za. I am with my lovely and wonderful guest, Ray Williams, and she is a giver. Yes. How are you, Ray? Are you still there?
I'm blessed, Dominic. I'm blessed.
Wonderful. So we have come to the last part of our show, and now I just wanted to ask you to tell us. Okay, one thing I want to find out: what is the name of your book again?
My book is called Behind the Veil.
Behind the Veil.
Into the spiritual world.
Oh, great. So
how I survived.
Wonderful. So you will bring it to the studio so we can have a session about your book, and we can get the listeners to also get the book, get a copy, right?
Well, at the moment now, the book hasn't been published yet.
Oh, interesting.
I'm looking for sponsors to help publish the book.
Wonderful.
So I can start distributing it to the poorer community.
Yeah.
Because it's a biblical guide. It's actually a biblical guide.
Wonderful.
On my life experiences.
Yeah.
And like I say, I do expose some of the traditional healers and false prophets and some of our, prophets who've been feeding congregants cross and snakes and that. I write about that in my book.
So is the book one of the 3 projects that you're currently working on?
No, my 3 projects are completely separate.
All right. So can you please tell us about the 3 projects that you are currently working on?
Okay, my one project was supposed to be, I supposed to have started it last year when Corona hit us, just before March.
Yeah.
It's called Vision Camp Project, helping youth stay creative. It is a 7-week business of content creation course that teaches seriously disadvantaged youth
Wow.
self-awareness
Mm.
and confidence,
Mm.
market research,
Mm.
storytelling principles,
Mm.
video content creation, social media management, and
Yeah.
distribution. And this is where I will have about 50 students in El Dorado Park where we will train them this. I have partnered with Rainbow Productions
Yes.
to create this course, and we need sponsors for this course.
Yeah.
My other project is the modeling for churches.
Yes.
That also got put on hold due to Corona because, unfortunately, with beauty pageant shows, you can't model on stage with a mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that project is also in the pipeline, and I'm looking for sponsors for that. And my other project that is really dear to my heart is documentaries. Short documentaries on also in El Dorado Park, where I'll be covering topics again on suicide, depression, drug and alcohol abuse, teenage pregnancy, and spirituality. Those are my three major projects that I have been working on and need sponsors for. And I think I mentioned to you I am working on a very, very old laptop. So
So
at the moment now, my hands are cut off. I can't even get onto my laptop. It doesn't want to allow me to do much because it is so slow.
that's very sad.
I am trusting God to bless me with a laptop and to give me sponsors to help birth these projects of mine.
Okay, so let me ask you one important question, which is why are you looking for sponsors to help you with your work and helping you with publishing your book? I'm sure the listeners are there, and you might find that there is someone who can help you with one of your 3 projects, including the book. So why do you need sponsors? And if you were to get sponsorship, what is your plan?
Well, Dominique, like I said to you, since 2013, I've been giving of myself free of charge without charging for my services.
Yeah.
And it has reached a point where my projects need to be financed. I cannot carry out the work I would love to do in the community without other people backing me up.
Yeah.
So that is why it is so imperative that I get sponsors to help bring my vision to life, and to touch the lives of others who could benefit from these projects.
Oh, yeah. So you heard, listeners, here is Ray Williams. She has 3 wonderful projects that she's doing for the community in El Dorado Park, in Johannesburg. And, if you are listening and you are in a position to assist her in any of her 3 projects, and also if you are into book publishing or anything that you can contribute so that she can be able to publish her book, we are asking you as Ezekiel Radio to partner with us so that we can be able to assist her. Ezekiel Radio also will play a part. As you also play a part as Ezekiel Radio, we are also going to play our part, and we are going to announce what we are going to do in partnership with Sister Ray Williams. So, Sister Ray Williams, whoever is listening right now and is interested in knowing more about you and contacting you, how can they contact you? Can you please share the details?
They can reach me on my email address.
Yes.
It's small letters, ray.sunflower76, the number 76, at gmail.com.
Okay, so let's repeat that email. It's ray.sunflower76 at gmail.com in small letters.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And Ray is spelled R-A-Y.
Yes. Wonderful.
Or they can phone me, or they're more than welcome to call me on my phone.
What is the number?
Even those who need, it's 082.
Yes.
886.
082-886.
2118.
2118.
Yes, that is my cell number.
Wonderful, wonderful. What a wonderful session with Sister Ray Williams. Sister Ray Williams, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we are looking forward to having you visit us at the studios.
Looking so forward to that, Dominique, and thank you all for having me on air, and to all the listeners, I wish you all the best, and God bless you. Love you lot.
God bless you, and greet the wonderful man in your life.
Well, he's no longer the man in my life. He's my ex, but God is still. You called us in place on hold.
Oh my
Please
God.
wait.
Okay then. Cheers. That was Sister Ray
You called us in
Williams.
place on hold.
Thank you for listening. You can partner with us today. www.ezekielradio.co.za.
Sweet Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings. Sweet Jesus, you're my melody and harmony. Sweet Jesus, you're the eyes that I see through. Sweet Jesus. For as the deer pants for water, so my soul